So I've been gone for a while, between minus 35 to 45 blizzards freezing down our part of Canada, and then more COVID issues, starting a new job where I was commuting 1,000 clicks a week, to all kinds of other issues just kept me from being able to video or post. But on another COVID break, because somebody at work was confirmed as having COVID, so I'm waiting for test results to come back. It's a beautiful day, and decided to dig out project Have I Lost My Mind? And I was really pleased. We took her out from underneath the covers and brought her out of storage, and she started first hit of the key. This car is just a little sweetheart, but it's filthy. So I'm about to soak it down with water and get ready to give it a proper wash. And then there's a few little things that we're going to deal with over the next couple of videos. This car is incredibly nice for its age. It's a 42-year-old car, but it only has 77,000 kilometers. There is no rust on this girl anywhere. She's just flat pretty. And I'm in the position where I've known all the previous owners. The original was a doctor who kept it for many years and sold it when he upgraded to a big Jag. From there it went to another doctor who got serviced at my friend's same shop, and he kept it for many years until he decided to trade it to my friend as part of a deal on a custom-built Land Rover Series 109. My friend had it for a period of years and did the maintenance on it, made sure everything was correct, and sold it to my cousin. My cousin, who used to be a car guy, had the car for 5 years. He only put a few thousand kilometers on it, but wasn't up to the task anymore at keeping up regular maintenance and things like that. So the car got somewhat neglected and some things wore out. When I received it last year, you can watch all the videos, I went through the car and pretty much have cleaned up everything. But what I want to do right now is to go back and recheck the car after I get it nice and clean and start dealing with the few little things left. The hard part of doing this is I'm going to have to make a decision as to whether I keep the car or sell it, because I've got too many TR7s. And this is a really nice original car. Far as I know, it has never been painted, so it has the odd little rock chip and one small nick. But it's a pretty car, and it runs so nice now that it's all sorted out. But knowing me and knowing how my brain works, I keep thinking I need to play with it. And it's a car that really shouldn't be played with. It should just be kept as a snapshot. So we'll see. We're going to go through and finish fixing all the rest of the stuff, starting with giving her a bath. So let's get on with giving her a bath. The first thing you need to do is make sure you're not in the sunlight when you're washing a car. Little droplets can act like little lenses, and they make a mess on the paint that you then have to polish out. So do it in the shade, and preferably on a day that's not blistering hot. Beyond that, as you can see, we've already soaked down the little car, and over here we have our supplies. So we're going to start with, as you can see, I've got a good chamois for afterwards. Nice soft washcloth. I like using real old towels. It's just really nice the way they work, and they don't scratch, they don't wreck finishes, so they work good for me. I've also got a really good stiff brush and a toothbrush for getting into those edges. And at the end, of course, we use the chamois. So the next step is we're going to hook up the pressure washer so she can blow soap. and give her a really good soak. Now once we soak it, we'll leave it about 4 or 5 minutes so the soap can do its job. That's a mistake a lot of people make. They get the soap on and immediately start scrubbing. You really don't want to do that. You want to get the soap on and then let it do its work to soften everything up. That's also why we put just a soak on it to begin with, is to get things loose. That way you don't scratch and you're not forcing anything. So let's move to giving this poor girl a nice bubble bath. So attachments on the pressure washer. I just use a 50-50 mix of dish soap and water. It seems to work really well, and hey, everybody knows that they're all degreasers. And we're going to dive right in. So now we're going to give her about 5 minutes to just get in there and soften everything up, but we don't want to let it go till it dries. So while it's soaking, I'm going to get some other stuff ready. Okay, so we're all set to go. Now what you're going to notice is I'm going to start at the bottom of the car and work my way up. That way as the dirt comes off, it either falls straight off, or as you scrub above it, the water takes it off, giving you a better finish. So we'll give you a minute or two of that and then stop boring you. Now you'll notice I go panel by panel. That's to ensure I don't miss anything and that every surface gets touched. And again, always top to bottom. I'll go back and do the wheels and the hubcaps last. Wheels, tires, and hubcaps. Okay, now it's time for the first rinse. I've been over the whole car. I've scrubbed the tires with the scrub brush, cleaned the hubcaps, I've cleaned underneath. She's all done. Okay, she's all rinsed off and thoroughly rinsed to make there's no soap anywhere on it. So what's going to happen now is, because the sun's starting to rise more and more, I don't want this thing to get in the sun until I've had a chance to chamois it. So we're going to pull it in the shop and give it a quick chamois. The chamois, much like washing, only start at the top and pass the chamois completely over all the surfaces to get all the water droplets and potential staining off it. So while I do that and then take a break, we'll talk to you shortly.